all dragons baby bangers? And how do I handle age gaps in my mangas? So let's address the easiest question. How do I handle, from a writing standpoint, age gaps? Do I have my 7-year-old main character dating her 14-year-old rival? No, and you can go ahead and cross that concept off if you're going to do the fan art writing contest. And the reason I'm not going to dabble in that concept is because I'm asking the most important question any writer should ask. Why? Like, what benefit would I have for having either of these 14-year-olds wanting to date Veronica? Sure, she's the daughter of the god that they all worship, but from a writing standpoint, what would I be trying to say? These guys are bad? I settle for such a basic moral issue. And instead, I could tell the story of bodily autonomy in regards to Olwen being a changeling. I mean, the changeling species literally eats baby in order to reproduce. They can shape change. Think of the thematic questions that something like that can have. Or I can get so much more drama between the old relationship between Caleb and Froop and forcing them into close quarters with each other. So no, for me particularly, I'm going to stay away from the large age gap between, the child and teenagers and adults for the most part, unless that I have something very specific I want to say, or I want to tell a specific story with a specific character going through a specific issue. But what about a situation where an orc is dating a human? Because orcs don't become adults until they hit 60, and for women, it's 65. So what happens if a 20-year-old human wants to date a 20-year-old orc? Or a 600-year-old elf trying to date a normal 30-year-old man? Societally and governmentally, what are the consequences? How do they handle long-lived species versus short-lived species? And that's where the mating manual comes into play. And the sad answer that I have for you is it depends on where you are and what you are. Because different species cultural associations definitely have an opinion on what these age ranges are, but that doesn't necessarily convert globally to an age of consent. So let's look at Mount Moltra, one of the Dwarven strongholds, which is overseen by Igni, the spirit of fire and metal. So in Mount Moltra, for example, it has got two governmental systems. You have the Theocracy, which runs the entire region, and then it also allows the Dragon Havens to have governance over itself, and then the Dwarven Kingdom to have governance, so long as they fall under the church. And Mount Moltra as a whole has come out with a directive called Protection of Dwarven Youth, which establishes specifically the age of consent for dwarves to get it on. But then there's another order underneath that Species Youth Sex Protection Council, which basically goes over any race that has more than a 2% population there. And that establishes a council to get with all the cultural associations to kind of comprise a compromise between what is best for the kids. And